guys! Well, welcome back. We've been gone for a while. 3 weeks.
2.5, 3.
I
I
think
can't remember.
Pretty sure it's around 3. Anyways, we have a lot of fun stuff to talk about this week. We are going to be going over pre-release. Yeah.
Eldritch Moon, period.
Eldritch Moon just in general. I mean, all the
Underline,
spoilers, pre-releases, stuff like that. Emrakul, the, terror. Ooh.
The Promised End.
Nah! We're going to be going over Gen Con coming up very soon.
Yes.
He is. Well, yeah. I will be attending that. And then kind of going from there, also branching out into other games and other avenues for you guys to kind of see us around. So we'll be discussing that a little bit during the stream as well. So, you want to hop straight into it?
Sure. Eldritch Moon, fully spoiled. Pre-release this weekend. Boom, boom, boom.
Hey, if you haven't gone to your local gaming store, your LGS,
Or if you don't have one,
you should highly look into going to this pre-release. Eldritch Moon is going to be a fantastic set. By far, I am in love with a lot of the spoilers for it. A lot of the cards are very powerful. Wizards is showing us that they are going to be hopefully moving in the right direction with sets from now on with their new 2-set rotation.
oh, are we going to go over Columbus?
I
totally forgot that was an event.
It was kind of an event. I mean, we can kind of go over it.
Wasn't that the Legacy one?
Yeah, it was.
That's why I didn't pay attention.
Yeah, sadly, it's kind of been a chaotic week and a half.
Yes.
So, we really didn't get to focus on Columbus as much.
Yeah,
So,
I saw maybe a match of it while I was at a PPTQ. That was about it.
Yeah, which you got wrecked at, by the
Yeah.
way.
I can't help it if I can't draw shit.
We learned that Mike is just better sticking to brew decks.
For some odd reason.
And apparently he does well with brews.
Top tier decks hate me. They go, yes, the spell you really wanted, you're never going to see.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to see it though. You're going to have 3 in your hand when you're stuck at 3 mana, and it costs 4.
I have a feeling that card's collected company. Did that happen?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, did you know that the deck needs 4 mana to fully
Yeah.
operate? Okay. Just wanted to make sure
It felt like giving me 7 mana in a row and no collected company stuff.
Right. No, I mean...
That was literally a thing. 7 top deck land. I'm like,
yeah.
Can you kill me now?
No, that's great. Like, I love it whenever I Coco and I see 6 lands and I'm like, whiff! And then my opponent goes, that sucks.
I didn't even Coco 6 lands. It was just draw, land, go. Draw, land, go.
And you didn't even have to hire a tracker, did you?
No!
Oh, that's super rough. Actually.
Yeah. The few games where I did have Tyler Striker, I was like, yeah, kill that fucker.
Yeah. For some reason, like, your opponents think that Tireless Tracker's a really good card. I don't know where they get that idea from.
Well, I mean, when I only get to play 2 dudes,
yeah,
they kind of kill those 2 dudes, and then I go, land? Go.
Right. Yeah, no, land go is always the best kind of magic.
Only if you're playing Mono Blue Person.
Right.
Which I should play, because I had fun with that.
Yeah, like, you've been playing around with that deck a little bit, right?
That's right, it was the first time I played it.
Didn't you, like, you kind of did okay with it, right? It was like
I went 2-2 against really 2 good players.
It was like 2-2. It was weird. It was quite a spicy event. I wasn't really there to see all of it, but I know
I beat Band Humans and I beat Mardu Super Friends.
Mardu Super Friends.
Was it Mardu Super Friends? Mardu Control. It was our teammate Austin.
Yeah.
He hated me. He hated me and simultaneously found the game fun.
Yeah, see, like, that's kind of how I was when I was playing Band Coco against Chris, whenever we gave him that deck. And I'm just, like, banging my head against the table. I managed to win, but it was still one of those, like, God, why am I playing this? I just want to quit Magic right now. Black-White Control.
When he finally gets to 6 lands, Sorin gives him nothing but lands.
Oh, see, that's what I like, man. See, the problem is even with Sorin, like, his uptick, I mean, you're just going through your lands quicker. It's not technically terrible.
It's just not great.
Right, exactly. So at least you are kind of going.
It's like Simprotter and Sig lands, but
right. I mean,
unless you really need those lands, and then you go crap.
Right. Because then your opponent just goes.
Bury that.
You can lose a land. That's fine. I'm going to sit here and take no damage.
Oh, that'd be fantastic though if you had get rug.
Hashtag Sorin strictly better than Simprotter.
Yeah. Hashtag. But anyways.
Hashtag,
But
yeah. Just for Lyle, in case he's watching.
But Prison with against Austin was great.
Yeah.
Going to game 2, having that go into turns and then take 4 out of the 5 turns was fantastic.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Well, I was on turn 1 and I go part of the water veil, take turn 2.
Sure.
He takes turn 3.
Right.
I have no part of the water out of the veil in hand. I draw, anticipate. Part of the water veil. This game goes to a draw. I win 101.
Yeah, I mean, because you like.
And then I smashed Band Humans.
Good. I'm sure
Yugo was upset.
I'm sure you were very overjoyed.
Yes, Yugo.
Was the Band Humans?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was Yugo. He was slightly upset.
So like, I don't like the Band Human list. Like I've said it before. I've said it again. Like I don't like the list. And the fact that it lost to Mono Blue Prison just proves my point.
Well, when I go part the water veil with Awaken, part the water veil with Awaken, part the water veil with Awaken.
Well, I mean, there you go. That's all you really need.
Smash.
Right?
Engulf the Shores. Engulf the Shores disrupts a collecting company deck hardcore. Oh, you're going to Coco? That's fine. Engulf.
Right.
I don't really have anything to interact with.
Sure.
Or even for you to go, Reflector Mage, blah, 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 whatever. I have nothing on board for you to interact with. All it's going to, you're going to attack? Cool. Bounce.
Well, there you go. That has it for you.
And that's all you're going to swing with Thalia and a bunch of dudes. Okay. Oh, you're going to play another Thalia? No.
Wait, Thalia's not out yet. I mean, Thalia's Lieutenant.
Whatever, you know what I mean.
Alright, I mean, I'm just saying, we can't like jump. We can't jump, alright, man? We gotta stay focused on task. Going back to what is on task, though, if you haven't signed up for your pre-release, do it. This weekend is going to be amazing. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's a lot of stores in our local area that are going to have pre-releases. I would definitely recommend if you're in our area, hit one up. Lucky's Card Shop in Greensboro. House of Cards is actually going to be able to do a pre-release for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They're going to have 3.
Hopefully I can attend 1, maybe.
Definitely hit them up. Then you also have Gaming Underground.
Gaming Underground and High Point. Does Lex continue?
Yeah, I think Top Hat is going to also have a pre-release. So definitely check out Top Hat as well. There's plenty of game shops in the area. Definitely check them out, guys. Get your pre-releases. Go to whatever you can. And just have fun with this amazing set. It's going to be really a lot of fun.
Yes.
Yes. So Bandit's going to be getting a very powerful piece, and we're going to be talking about that in just a little bit. It's actually on
He's
our
going to
list.
be talking about it.
Yeah, I'll be talking about this.
I'm going to be going, no, damn it! Stop giving Bant shit!
And this guy hates us with a fucking passion.
Well, no, it's not that I hate Bant specifically. I hate that green-white archetype. Here's another powerful card that you can easily jam in. Green-white tokens? Oh, I don't really have to, disrupt my mana base or anything. I run Oath.
Yeah.
Let me play Chandra and Tamio just to say,
why not? Alright, so let's kind of go into the spoilers, because we've kind of hyped up the pre-release, telling people to go to their local shops, play.
Because you literally just did that.
Right, I did. So we need to tell these players what they need to be looking for, right? Like, awesome hyped cards that we think are going to be amazing coming into the standard meta, and possibly even just sealed in general, right?
Yeah, or maybe other formats.
Or maybe even modern white, possibly.
Maybe.
So let's go ahead and let you start. Let's start off with white. Yeah.
Yes, we're in North Carolina.
Yes, we are definitely in North Carolina.
Both in Winston.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Anyway, so let's start with the magical color wheel. Our picks for white.
All right, you go first.
I'm gonna go with Lone Rider.
Really?
Because he's a beast little 1/1 for a white and 1 with First Strike.
There you go.
And Lifelink.
Okay, sure. So a 1/1 for First Strike and Lifelink. He's a 2-drop there. So what makes him so great?
If you gain 3 life in a turn, then he becomes a 4/4.
Oh, that's actually pretty big, actually.
Yeah, especially if you're playing like red white, and then you just go like Titan Strength.
Sure.
Oh God! He dealt 4 damage. He's gonna flip. Oh my God!
So what you're saying is he a human?
Yes.
Okay. So
temporarily.
So he's temporarily human. So he's temporarily human. So what you're saying is there's a chance that we might actually see him in the red-white human list that we've kind of been seeing float around. Yeah, it's a 2-drop, so it's kind of on the higher end. I know the red-white deck kind of sticks to 1-drops primarily, but we might be able to see it as a First Strike Lifelinker goes into a 4/4. It could kind of maybe finish out a game.
Well, I think there's going to be another like red-white archetype maybe coming up.
Sure. And
that's probably going to be related more to your pick.
Right. So my pick for white, and and it's on a lot of people's minds right now, mainly because of Modern, but I definitely think it's going to be very powerful in Standard as well, is Sigurd Aid, right? So, it has Flash itself, I'm pretty sure, right?
I don't think so.
It does not have Flash? I thought
No.
it did.
No.
Okay, still, it's a 1-drop, 1 white enchantment, okay? And all other enchantments have Flash. Enchantment auras.
Auras or equipment.
Yeah, auras and equipment have Flash,
And
which
then-
is huge. And then
when an equipment enters the battlefield,
you
you
can
can
automatically
attach.
attach it. Sure. So, we already know Boggles is very much a deck in Modern.
Mhm.
Slippery Boggles has been a deck for a long time in Modern. Always performed fairly well. It's never been tremendous recently here in Modern, but it's not terrible. It's definitely made day 2s, and even a couple of top 8s here and there. Definitely some top 32s. I definitely think that this deck might try to be incorporated into the Modern list. I don't see it as a 4-of by any means.
I mean, all you really need is one. So
Right. So maybe like a 2-of, maybe a 3-of.
Three
Yeah.
if you want to see it definitely in your opening hand.
And I mean, and that's mainly because Boggles just actually really doesn't care about instant speed. Like, they can kind of get cheeky with it, sure, and leaving up open mana to be able to flash something in to protect their creature if somehow their creature is managed to be killed, like with a languish or whatever, sure, or maybe
Save it with totem armor.
flashing in like a totem armor to kind of save it from a board wipe. So these are definitely options for it. I don't think it's going to be primarily focused on as much as people are kind of hyping it up as it's going to be. And then in Standard, we've had a lot of really good equipment that was released, especially in Shadows over Innistrad and Captain's Claws. And what was it, the Gatewatch?
I think so.
Yeah. I know our buddy Matt, he really loves that card with a passion. And I think that this card is actually going to allow some of those really good equipments that kind of were on the fence because of their equip cost and all that, allow them to actually be pretty useful and fairly played.
Well, I think the key thing to look at is since you play equipment at instant speed and then have them attach right after that, you take cards into consideration like Stonehaven Outfitter, which is going to buff equip creatures.
Sure.
By +1/+1, and then some of the equipment themselves like Slayer's Plate gets +4/+2,
Sure.
or Stoneforge Masterwork. So if you're running like a tribal theme.
Yeah.
So if like one little token gets through, you flash it in and smash it on there, then you're looking at potentially lethal damage.
Yeah, you're looking at a lot of damage coming in really quickly. So I'm definitely expecting to see kind of artifacts, equipments to come back into play and actually see the play again since Mirrodin, really. We haven't had much artifact equipment.
And then with
Ravnica.
Kaladesh right around the corner, we're probably going to see some really cool equipment out of that.
So I'm really excited. I think this card is a really good pick. It definitely needs to be picked up as many as you can get. I think it's going to see a lot of play, especially in Standard, and it might see play in Modern.
Yeah, definitely with red-white equipment, you've got a lot of good equipment in there.
Deploy the Gatewatch. I love the card.
Is nuts.
That card is stupid. Look
For
at
6 mana, you could drop 2 Planeswalkers.
Yeah, 6 mana, look at what, top 7?
Yes.
Alright, look at top 7 cards. Grab 2 Planeswalkers, drop them into play. Basically, you can play 5-color walkers. Now, I don't really recommend it because Deploy the Gatewatch is what, double white?
2 white and 4?
Yeah, 2 white and 4. But still, like, even with as a Nissa, right?
Just run like Naya.
Yeah.
Or green-white ramp. And then just walkers.
Yeah,
You
so...
run Oath. Hardcast them if you need to, but then just be like, jam all the walkers I want to.
No, I agree. I definitely think Deploy the Gatewatch is going to be very powerful. And because we're in a semi-slow area in Standard, now we do have like the very fast decks, like the red-white human deck right now. That deck is very fast. So I use the term slow very lightly. But generalized, we have Bant Coco, we have green-red ramp, which does take a couple turns to set up. We do have a couple of these other decks, like the Seasons Past decks, that are trying to stall the game out. We have the tutelage decks. We have the mono blue control prisms. So there is definitely slow in the format, and even black-white control for that matter. So I definitely think that Deploy the Gatewatch is super playable. The card is nuts. Being able to drop 2 Planeswalkers and just immediately up the loyalty count is pretty powerful. Sorry, the dog moved behind us. We were frightened. So I'm really excited to kind of see how the card is developed into some decks. And I might even see black-white try to play around with it a little bit with bringing in Liliana now. and their Soren, and of course Gideons and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
we might see them kind of maybe adapt into it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely. Any deck that runs white and walkers seems like a good choice.
Yeah, Mardu Walkers is also a really
Well,
good idea.
you know, any deck that runs a high considerable amount of walkers that can
Yeah.
easily, you're looking at 3 to 4 planeswalkers. Even our brood could work
Yeah,
with it since
and
it's.
I'm definitely thinking about possibly trying it in the Just Skywalker list that we made, and that's just because we already run an obscene amount of walkers in it. We run 3 Nihiris, 2 Narsets,
2 Chandra.
2 Chandra. We were talking about throwing in Gideons recently, so we were talking about adding more planeswalkers to it, and with Deploy the Gatewatch, give us a lot of opportunity here to kind of play around with the list.
And with Narset, give that thing rebound.
Yeah, so give that thing rebound, and then Narset pretty much is going to reveal everything in our list. So it's really going to be great. Hopefully we'll be able to bring that list to you guys soon, and maybe it will give us some good results. So
All right.
moving on.
So that was white, not blue.
You're up.
Oh, I'm up on blue? Okay.
Yeah.
I think Mausoleum Wanderer is going to be really good. I like spirits, and I like weird, janky things, and what Mausoleum Wanderer reminds me of is Curse Catcher. And essentially it is. Except you can counter any spell with it.
Sure.
And potentially you can up the cost that they have to pay on it.
Sure. I didn't even think of that, actually.
Exactly.
It's really good.
Because it's based off its power. So, if you're not paying attention, you'd be like, oh, well, let me just pump this up in second.
Right, and we have Rattle Chain, so it gives Spirits Flash.
Yes.
So you're actually looking at a lot of synergy there, being able to maybe flash in a Spirit, give it a pump, and then...
Or heck, just flash it in second.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely an option. So I definitely agree. I think that's a pretty good pick. The more I'm thinking about it, I was looking at the card. I'm like, this card seems all right. But now that you compared it to Curse Catcher, you're right. It basically is an over-glorified Curse Catcher. And I think it's going to be pretty good. I mean, Curse Catcher is really strong in Modern.
Yeah.
It's very undervalued.
So, I mean, maybe if we see Esper Spirits or some kind of Spirits deck in Modern,
Sure.
I think they can easily jam in 4 of these guys to be their 1-drops.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think that, we're looking at a possible, the potential of an Aether Vial list with, Esper, and just going with the Spirit lists. I mean, we've got a lot of Spirits.
Beware, fish, there's a new deck running blue.
Yeah.
With creatures.
Whoa!
Okay.
I really enjoy that kind of aspect of it. The fact that, they're actually giving Spirits an archetype. Spirits have always existed, but with Shadows over Innistrad, they gave them a really good couple powerhouses.
Oh, definitely.
Like you had Bygone Bishop, you had Rattle Chains, you had the one that gives us clues, or doubles clues.
Wall Eliminator.
Yeah. So all very good, and then on top of that,
and then Typelgeist was even. I think Typelgeist is really good.
Typelgeist is okay
in Shadows. And then in this one, you're getting this one. You're getting a couple, like one that can scry every turn, and a couple other things like that.
Yeah. So, I mean, Curse Catcher is like a $10 card. We've seen how powerful a 1-drop sack creature spell is. And also, it being a merfolk does help it. However, if Spirits take off fairly decently and perform well, there's a chance that this card can also spike in value. So I definitely recommend picking up Mausoleum Wanderers. They're undervalued right now. I definitely think that you can pick them up at a good price. And
I'm going to.
And they're definitely going to go up in value, probably.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so for my blue pick, Fortune's Favor. It's a
Can I just say, I find it funny that you like this card, but you hated Epiphany at the Graveyard.
Okay, so I like this card because it's a little bit cheaper, right? It makes it a little bit more bearable.
But it's like strictly worse.
Okay.
Because your opponents look at your cards and then they play a mind game with you.
Yeah, well, I love mind games, so it's kind of right up my alley. So, Fortune's Favor, 1 blue, 3 colorless. It's a little pricey, especially for blue cards that I like. I prefer most of my spells to be 3-drops.
I got it. Tim needs my help. Just keep talking.
Okay, apparently Tim is in dire need of help. I really like Fortune's Favor. It's instant speed. It's a 4-drop. It's not overly priced. And the fact that it's instant speed makes it playable. Your opponent gets to look at the top 4 cards of your deck and separates them into 2 piles. 1 face up, 1 face down. Then you pick a pile. 1 goes into your graveyard, the rest go to your hand. So your opponent's really trying to play a mind game with you. You have to kind of be aware of your surroundings. And you can kind of set it up. There are some cards in Standard right now that allow you to scry, allow you to get some knowledge of the top cards of your library. And I think that's going to be very key, especially if you're going to try to be running a Fortune's Favor package. I definitely think the card is playable, definitely strong and sealed. We're going to see if maybe it can come to Constructed. I definitely think people are going to try to play with it in Constructed, just because, you know, they always have with cards like this. But we're definitely going to, I definitely want to see kind of the direction this card is going to take. I'm really hopeful.
Hopeful.
Yeah, hopeful.
Okay.
All right.
On to black.
Black. Do you want me to start this time? You've gotten twice now.
Yeah.
Kind of putting you on the spot.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, I thought we were going to alternate, but no, that's fine.
Okay, so for my black choice is Graph Harvest. All right. Hola. How you doing, Tim? Good to see you, man. Thanks for getting on the stream. I'm glad we got that taken care of for you. Graph Harvest. I actually really like this card. I
do too. I think it's going to be fantastic in limited.
It's a 1-drop, right? Yeah, 1-drop black.
Yeah.
Zombie creatures you control have Menace, and then I think it's 1 green and 3 colorless.
1 black and 3 colors.
I thought it was green.
No, it's black.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
why would it be green?
I don't know.
It's a zombie card.
Wizards like
blue
baby. Wizards
Blue
likes
baby.
to fuck with people. All right. Anyways, it's 1 and 3 colorless. He says it's black. It's probably black. You discard a card and then you spawn a 2/2 zombie.
No, you exile a creature card. Do you not read the cards?
No.
It's exile a creature
All right.
card out of his graveyard.
Exile a creature card. So basically, reoccur.
You don't even know the flavor.
No.
Like, I exiled this creature card and come back as a zombie.
Yeah.
This is why
Okay.
Will doesn't design games.
Thanks, Mike.
You're welcome.
Thanks. Alright, but no, the card is super powerful. We've been playing around with zombies, and Tiff has especially been playing around with zombies for a while now.
This is huge. Remember, just for the menace alone is stupid.
The zombie menace is very much a thing now.
Menace is like a mechanic that most people don't think of being huge, and it is when all of a sudden it's like, by the way, you have to double block everything.
Yeah, and that's what one of the big blowouts, you know, of the Goblin Dark Dwellers and stuff like that was. Is people were like, oh, it's a 4/4. I can deal with that. Nope, it has Menace. And they're like,
that's why my red-white tokens decks actually caught people off guard back in Theros, because I was like, let me run a Roas. Okay, I'm going to run a bunch of token spawners, and you have to double block everything. I do like Permeating Mass.
Permeating Mass is a fantastic card, actually. That card, we've been discussing a lot of fun combinations with that card. Just building up a Permeating Mass on your opponent's side of the board and then deck and stoning their entire team just is really fun in general.
Makes me sad this is combat damage, because I would just love to go Chandra's Ignition on it.
Yeah.
And then, boom, everything's Permeating Mass.
We've also
Seems good.
We've also been talking about running that card. You sacrifice it and other creatures, and then you put a 3/2 Eldrazi in play for each card this sacrifice this way. So just making an army of Permeating Masses on your side of the field, and then doing that, and then just turning your 1/3s into 3/2s, and then just decimating their Permeating Masses at that point, and you just don't care.
Yep.
Emrakul
the Benjo.
Yeah, super strong. I definitely like the card a lot. Definitely has a lot of spicy flavor. The fact that it's a 1-drop is nuts. There's a lot of nutty 1-drops in this set, and I'm thrilled for it.
Let's get aggressive.
There's actual good 1-drops for once, and I'm really happy to see that kind of coming back.
It's power creep, man. Power creep.
Yeah. So definitely think Permeating Mass is going to be a very effective card in Standard.
Oh yeah.
Possibly even Modern playable. We'll kind of see how things develop from there. So Graph Harvest was my choice. Definitely think Zombies is definitely going to get a very good bump.
I'm going to go with Cemetery Recruitment. Another good zombie-ish card.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, for 2 mana, return a dude back to your hand. If it was a zombie, hey, draw a card on top of that.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
So it's a cantrip, basically.
Pretty close, yeah.
Yeah. You replace the Cemetery Recruitment and
Oh,
you
yeah.
get a new guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey!
Yeah. So definitely a good cantrip for black.
Especially with how many zombies you probably want to pull back out of your graveyard.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes you can't always do that. Like I know the zombie decks have been relying on Relentless Dead a lot, but sometimes the mana's just not always there, and it can kind of get an important creature back out of your graveyard. Maybe even a Diagraph Colossus. That card is amazing. Speaking of which, pick up Diagraph Colossus. They were really low priced in Shadows of Innistrad. I think with this set, they are going to go up in price, and you should definitely want to have.
I think zombies and spirits both got huge additions to the archetypes
Yeah.
in this set that didn't make them, you know, the
Quite
pieces were there
Yeah.
in the beginning, but I think in this set they got a lot more that made it a lot better. Like Gissa and Geralt.
Giraffe, yeah.
That's huge for zombies.
Card is
Huge.
amazing. It's a 4-drop, right? Yeah. 1 black.
Yeah, 4-drop for a 4/4 that you then mill for, whatever. Let me put zombies in my graveyard. I don't care. Let me cast one out of my graveyard every turn.
Yeah.
And trigger Press the Amalgam.
Yeah.
Stupid.
It's super powerful.
So
I'm really,
stupid.
really excited that Zombies is getting a lot of love. You know, I'm one of those players who played Zombies back in original Innistrad, and it was really powerful then. And I was really hoping that was going to be the same case whenever we came to this Innistrad. The pieces were there. You guys knew I tried to build Zombies immediately whenever the set came out.
Yeah.
And I kind of let it fall to the wayside. But now with this set out, we might try to experiment with it some more. And definitely Tiff is going to be experimenting with it a lot. So we're going to kind of see how that goes. And I know she's going to be ecstatic for it.
Yes.
All right, moving on to our next color.
Red.
Red. Yeah.
Do you want to go? Since you're doing the gimme card.
All right, so this card is definitely a gimme. Nahiri's Wrath. All right, it's 1 red, 2 colorless, so it's a 3-drop.
Yep.
As an additional cost, you can discard X cards from your hand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, it deals damage equal to the total converted mana cost of all cards discarded through Nahiri's Wrath to X target creatures.
Again, where X is the number of cards you discarded.
Yeah, where X is the number of cards you discarded. And it can be creatures or planeswalkers, which is super powerful. We're in a set that's very focused, like we're in a standard set that's super focused on planeswalkers. Like, there is not a deck in standard right now that pretty much doesn't run a planeswalker.
Humans, that's it.
And they run Kythians. So, technically a planeswalker.
Technically.
So, there's not a single deck in standard right now that doesn't actually run a planeswalker. So,
yeah, pretty much.
having that option is huge, because Nahiri's Wrath also hits the creature planeswalkers, or the transformed version of the planeswalkers. So, it's prime removal.
Especially, like, it's sorcery, so you can nuke an Emrakul easily if you just discard 13 mana worth of cards.
And that's a little... And that's a
Well,
lot
I'm just
to ask
saying,
for,
if you're in red,
Right.
and you're not running black.
And the other nice thing about this card is
white.
it's also Madness Enabler, right?
Yes.
So everyone's been talking about the red-black vampires trying to get it going, and there's a lot of cards in this set that might actually give vampires a chance to kind of come into it. I know a lot of people have been trying to play competitively at events, and it's been falling a little short, but maybe this card can kind of bring some extra madness to the fold, and a couple of other cards will tie in very nicely with it.
I'm with that guy down there about the Handwear Garrison. That card is definitely busted.
Very much so.
Being that it attacks and it swings and makes multiple dudes. Yeah, I'm totally down behind that because I plan on brewing with that card. Emrakul's Evangel?
Diagram Colossus, it's a trap. The card is insane. I loved that card when it was released in Shadows of Innistrad, and the fact that it's like $1 right now just blows my mind. Like, the card is just infinitely better than $1. It gets a +1/+1 counter for every zombie in your graveyard when it enters.
It either enters in as a big dude or it spawns multiple dudes.
Yeah, and then
both.
And then every time you cast a zombie spell, you put a 2/2 zombie in play. It's insane. Like, why is this even, like, why is this card not already, like, $8? Why is this card not expensive?
Because nobody plays zombies.
Well, that's going to change. So, pick up Diagraph Colossuses, and then trade them to me now, so then, yeah.
So he owns the market for, like, the next 18 months.
Alright. And then, your turn.
Oh, I'm going to go with Otherworldly Outburst.
Good card.
I wasn't even aware this was a card until I was looking at it a few minutes ago, and I go, this card seems really good.
I agree.
1 red instant, +1/+0 to a creature you control. I think it's a creature you control. Yes. And then when it does that turn, it becomes, you basically get a 3/2 Eldrazi in its place.
Yeah, so the red-white human lists get a little bit of a pump spell, and if the creature dies in turn, you get a guy to replace it.
I mean, the way I envision you use this card is you go, oh, this is an unfavorable block, or something like that, and you go, but if I have 1 more point of damage, I could kill that thing. Okay. I get a 3/2 to replace it.
Yeah.
Seems good.
It's definitely playable. Definitely sealed playable. Definitely draft playable. Definitely constructed playable. I think it kind of meets all the criteria there.
Yeah. Again, I think it's a good prowess enabler for the few cards that still do prowess things.
Is it a common?
Yes.
Great. So Pauper Cube.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So we
Sure,
even have a new addition to our Pauper Cube because of this card.
Yes.
I like it because we do run like heroic.
Plus the art on is kind of terrifying.
Yeah, I mean a lot of cards from the set are very terrifying when it comes to art.
It's very painful to like look at the art for the set and not be creeped out.
Yeah, but I mean I like it.
Yeah, it's definitely befitting. I know Lyle's probably having a field day with this art.
Lyle's enjoying himself.
Yes.
Probably. All right.
On to green.
On to green.
I'm gonna go with Waxing Moon.
Card's good. Especially
just because we finally get a Force Transform card, which I think is huge. Because honestly, we've been trying to brew a werewolf deck.
Yeah.
And my one concern is
how are we gonna flip the bandit?
Well, but I mean, it's the one thing functionally that I think hurts werewolves is to stay on pace in standard. You pretty much have to play about a spell a turn.
Yeah.
So you're just hoping your opponent just does nothing for a turn.
Misses a beat. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, and that's something you don't want to do. And I mean, otherwise, you definitely want to go. Well, let me pass turn. Let them flip on their turn, maybe. But at the same time, I think you're potentially losing your own momentum by doing that.
You know, and Duskwatch Recruiter is definitely a thing, and a lot of people do play Duskwatch. So you're looking at if you do that, you have a chance of flipping their Duskwatch Recruiter, and that's not great for you either.
Exactly.
So I definitely think Waxing Moon has a place.
Yeah, or Landhole Paths because decks run that too.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, with this Waxing Moon, if you hit it on your Gyro Reach Bandit and you get the Vlad Alpha, then essentially the rest of your drops are pretty much set after that. Or alternatively, you could use it as a nice combat trick for, say, the one werewolf that does get through and it has a damage trigger. Bam, you slap it on that one. Or alternatively, you hit it on one of your guys that buffs all of your dudes.
And another important thing about Waxing Moon is it gives all your creatures trample.
Yes, for the turn.
Yeah. So whenever you're talking about swinging wide with, maybe a werewolf team or, whatever you do to set the run, this can definitely be a game changer just because people are not going to be expecting all the time for all your werewolf to have trample. Now, obviously, if you have the Anthem effect from Shadows of Innistrad, they do have trample. But sometimes you don't always have that. And the nice little 2-drop that goes, hey, my guy transforms, and they all have trample. Deal with it.
Yeah, deal with it, bro.
Can be
my entire team gets an attack buff because this dude says attacking creatures gets blah blah blah.
Yeah, so I'm really excited to kind of see how that goes.
So I like the card because it's something that standard werewolves need, and potentially an option if we want to see a modern werewolf deck.
And that is in the brews. That is in the brews. We're talking about it. We've definitely been brewing the standard list. We promise that standard list will be accessible. If people ask questions about it, we will have a list for you guys. The modern list, we're still working on.
I think pretty much we were looking at, let's do standard first.
Yeah.
And because that's a much smaller pool of cards to really pull from.
And then when we go modern, it's going to be a lot more kind of...
we know cards we definitely want to use.
And the cards that we kind of need to stay away from. We're going to kind of turn werewolves into fish of sorts. So,
yeah.
I'm
assuming that was in regards to Nahiri's Wrath.
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Alright, anyways.
Alright, my green card. Haha! We'll be talking about this.
I think so, Tim.
Alright.
I think so.
So, my green card, Noose Constrictor. I love this card.
Okay. Start a card, it gets a buff.
Alright.
Done.
1 green, 1 colorless. 2/2, reach. Okay? I mean, that in and of itself is pretty decent.
Yeah.
And then has an effect, discard a card, and it gets +1/+1 until end of turn. So, and you can do that effect multiple times a turn.
Free Madness outlet.
Free Madness.
And it's not like, what's there's a red vampire that does it, but it kills the vampire if you do it too many times. This does it!
Yeah. So this card is just amazing, especially in a set that has a bunch of flyers.
Mhm.
And flyers are in the set, and if you think that they aren't, that's very naive.
It's just nobody's really playing a whole lot of the flyers out of this set. But then you have a deck that like that white blue aggro deck.
That had nothing but flyers.
Yeah, it was like flyers and Gideon.
Yeah, and then you also have the Thopter decks and stuff like that are playing them. So the flyers definitely exist, guys, and it is something that we need to be aware of, and that's why I think this News Constrictor is a very good pick. In sealed,
Huge.
huge. In constructed, definitely a good card. Definitely going to be trying to work it into a couple of decks. I think it's just powerful. All right. We'll go ahead and move on down to our colorless segment.
I'm gonna go with the Cryptolith Fragment just because I like
God, it's amazing.
Chalice of Death
Yeah,
effects.
that's essentially what it is.
That's essentially what it is. And then it becomes this weird Aurora of Emrakul, which then says, "Oh, let me finish you off by swinging at
Yeah.
you as a flyer."
And I do want to add on to this, right?
Yeah.
So Cryptolith Fragment.
Yeah.
Tree of Redemption.
Yes.
Or not Redemption, right? It's
Perdition?
Perdition, yeah.
The new version.
Yeah. The Tree of Redemption is the other tree. Tree of Perdition, and then Triskaidekaphobia, right?
Yeah.
So Cryptolith Fragment.
Let me just
Yeah,
bring us down to 10.
Yeah. Let me run you down to 13. Quicker.
Yeah.
And then my tree is going to kill you. Right?
It's good.
Like it's tremendous. I really love the synergy of the tree, Triskaidekaphobia, the Cryptolith Fragment, and a bunch of other things. It makes everything kind of function the way I really want it to. Oh, Wild Mongrel with Reach seems good. No,
You seem really slow on the
I
chat
am.
pickup.
Yeah, I very am. Very am.
Okay.
So that's it. My green. That's it for you. Distended Mindbender. I love this card because
As it emerge?
it has Emerge. It's 2 black and 5 for its Emerge. Now, obviously, ideally that's going to be a lot less, just because of the creature you sacrifice. Hopefully, it's like a 3 or 4 drop. It's a 5/5, so not overly powerful. When it enters, though, you look at target player's hand, or target opponent's hand, and you pick a card with CMC 3 or less,
And 4 or higher.
and 4 or higher, and they discard those cards. So
It's good.
it's basically pretty good. If you drop a late game, cards are already generally pretty low in a late game anyways. You're looking at 3-card hands, 4-card hands generally. And that can definitely turn the tides in your favor a little bit if it kind of gets to that point. And not to mention, because it has Emerge, it can actually come out a little bit earlier in the game. It can even come out turn 4, turn 5.
Mm-hmm. And since that's a caster,
Yeah. Is it? Yeah, it's a cast.
should be.
Yeah.
I mean, they could counter the creature, but then you're still just going to wreak havoc on their hand.
Yeah.
It's not a whole lot they could do about it.
So, really excited about that card. I think it's very powerful. And we're gonna...
I mean, out of the emerge creatures, that one and the octopus, I think, are, and then the boar. Those 3 are, like, huge.
And I really like the Emerge mechanic. I think it's a very cute idea. I think...
Cute. In this set, cute.
Cute. Hey, the kitty cat. The kitty cat is cute.
And then it has a tail with a mouth.
Yeah. Yeah. Cute little furball of death. That's kind of what it is, right? So, really excited to kind of see how the Emerge mechanic kind of evolves in this. It's a chair rocking back and forth.
Okay, I was like, is that the dog?
No.
No, okay.
Alright, so, multicolored.
Multicolored.
Tim, you're going to be excited about this one.
It's my color.
Mike's chair.
It's my pick.
Yeah.
Just because I like the fact that you can either... There's 2 ways you can play this card. You could say, oh, you're going to play that spell? No, hold that thought. Or you could go, I'm going to play the spell. And they go, no, you're not. And you go, hold that thought. I'm going to play it later.
I don't know how I feel about this card. I've seen a lot of talk about this card. I kind of like it. I kind of don't. I'm still on the fence about
Spirits, bro. Spirits control.
I'm still on the
No.
I'm still on the fence about it. I'm not really gonna give too much of my opinion on this card.
And then you're going to watch me break and you'll be like,
yeah, you're probably gonna break it, and I'm gonna be like, all right, Mike.
I'm probably going to run like white blue, like some version of white blue spirits and then a blue black prison control.
Sure. mean, I can think of
You can guess what I'm doing with the black part.
Alrighty, and for my multicolor card, it's not a very big surprise. It is probably...
I had to discourage him from trying to pick the gimme cards.
Look, I'm sorry
And he goes with 2 anyway.
2 of them. And to be fair, like, Nahiri's Wrath isn't, like, just necessarily a gimme card. It's a pretty good card.
Like, there's no bad mythics in this set.
No! There's not.
There's none!
The worst mythic is the spider.
And even still, you're going,
That's not terrible.
that's not bad.
Right, exactly.
You know, that's a really great. I mean, honestly, it's like it may not be fantastic for
Sure.
Standard, but somebody's gonna abuse the hell out of that
Commander.
in Commander.
Right.
They're gonna go spider spawning, tap.
Yeah, Jar of Eyeballs. Like I'm really excited to kind of see the combinations it's gonna have in Commander and stuff like that. I think the card is really powerful.
You're gonna see Spider Tribal,
and that is the weakest mythic. When we're talking about the weakest mythic in the set being that powerful that it's going to see spots in Commander decks for sure, and possibly even Standard, playing around with it. It's a 3/5 with reach, so it's already pretty good. It survives Avacyn, survives a couple of other flyers, that are pretty big. So really excited to kind of see how things go with that route. All right, mine is obviously Tamia. This Planeswalker is nuts. All right, I cannot stress that enough, and I don't think I have to really tell you guys that much. Every ability she has is strict value. Her
Quit looking at me, because I hate this card.
I know.
Because it's going to go in every Bant deck.
Yeah.
It's going to go in every green-white tokens deck.
Yeah.
We're going to see Super Friends out the wazoo.
Yeah, and that's,
thank God I have my 4 Nissa.
And that's what I think is going to be really funny moving into this next set, is we're definitely going to see Super Friend lists and Super Villain lists, just because there's so many walkers.
5-color Oath Control.
So many. Yeah, like, you can just run Oaths. We have the mana fixing for it. It's going to be a little rough, but we have the mana fixing for it. Oath of Nissas definitely help with that as well. Then you have the Deploy the Gatewatch. Allows walkers to kind of get in there. So the set is
and
definitely...
then just run Starfield and Nyx and you're done.
Right.
I don't care about running... I might just run like 5 Planeswalkers and just run all 5 Oaths. In Starfield and Nyx. And let's go to town. I made him cringe, yes.
Right.
It's a good deck.
Mike is a terrible Magic player.
Why? Why? It turns even the shitty Oath, it turns them into value.
A 1/1.
Well, it turns them into value. Okay, Oath. You get to siphon through your deck for lands or Planeswalkers. Great. Blue, draw and extra looting effects. Red, burn. Black, sack a dude. White, you get tokens. What's wrong with this?
Everything, Mike. Everything is wrong with this. The fact that you are considering this list to even be a possibility definitely makes me cringe.
And then you throw in like Chandra's, Gideon. Those are your win conditions. Done.
Alright, there you have it, guys. There's the new Team Mental Misstep deck.
5-color Oath Control.
Of the week.
Of the week. I have a brew a day, man.
We will get that terrible list out to you as soon as we can.
I go, give me a card. I will break this card. Done.
Yeah.
As long as it does something quirky. It can't be like a vanilla 2/2. Break a vanilla 2/2. I can't.
I can't even right now. I just can't. I can't deal with you, seriously.
This is what you get for not talking to me for most of the week.
Yeah, I know. I
have all of these great ideas.
So
and you go no.
Back on topic. Tamia's plus ability is amazing. Neg ability is amazing, and her ultimate, Omniscience on a Planeswalker, is pretty strong. And she hits that in what, 2 turns? 3 turns?
Something like that.
Yeah, she starts off at like 5 loyalty, and then it's a +2 or a +1. It's a
+1.
+1, yeah.
But you get to draw cards off the +1, essentially.
Right. Yeah.
As long as my dudes deal combat damage, I get to draw a card.
And it's until your next turn too. So even as blockers. And
Here,
you can target your opponent's creatures.
Here, let me put it on these shitty tokens and green-white tokens and throw them as trap blockers.
Well, and the fact that you can target your opponent's creatures with it is really amazing because you can kind of force them to either not block or not attack. Because if they do, you just get straight value out of it. You know? So really excited about that. Her neg ability is just pretty good, pretty value.
Yeah.
And then her ultimate, like I said, all missions.
It's shift that that's an emblem. So it's like if this happens,
You win.
I get to play anything I want for free.
Yeah, every card I draw.
Destroy all my lands. I don't care.
Every card I draw is now valued. Yeah, that's Tameo for you. Thanks.
Thanks, Wizards.
Thanks, Wizards.
I hate you.
You gave us a 4-drop omniscience.
I hate you.
That's their slogan. Bringing death to magic.
Ugh,
When
they hate me.
Tameo is definitely modern playable, by the way. If anyone's asking or has that like thought in the back of their head, is Tameo playable in modern? She's definitely playable in modern. You know, we're looking at Liliana's a 3-drop planeswalker, and Bant Eldrazi is already a thing in modern, and I can see Tameo just being thrown in there for shiggles.
Or just do bank control lists.
Yeah, I mean, bank control has always been people have always wanted to build bank control, and
People always want to build X.
yeah, and
then here you go.
there you go.
There's your ammo.
Here, do you want to play big green creatures with blue counter magic and white removal? All right, cool. Here's a Tameo. Because that's pretty much what Wizards said. They're like, hey, Modern, do you guys like cheating out big creatures? Yeah! Alright. Have fun.
Here's how you do it.
Do you like bringing out Emrakul in multiple ways? Because now you...
For nothing. And then, guess what? It's a cast trigger this time.
Yeah, so instead of cheating him out with Nahiri, you can just play him, get an extra turn, and still wreck phase.
Swing for 30. Or
Yeah.
Swing, no, it doesn't have haste.
It doesn't have haste.
Sadly, but whatever. It doesn't matter. At this
Oh,
point.
darn! Our Emrakul that we hardcasted for free doesn't have haste.
I had to work. I told you this, Tim. I had to work.
Ugh. Sorry, man.
Yeah.
It happens. Work life is hard.
Yeah. We'll see how many events I get to attend now with my new position, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'm not happy about that.
No. You should fix that, Will.
Let me get on that. Yeah, I'm working on it.
Okay.
You know.
Anyways, last pick for the set. There was 3 land spoil. I think, hands down, the Folly Academy is the winner here.
I mean, I agree. It was both mine and your pick to be talking about.
Well, I mean, the effect on it's huge. It's stupid. That's easily modern playable just to go, screw you, John.
Yeah.
Or an 8-rack.
Yeah.
I don't care about your hand hate anymore.
Yeah, basically it says, alright, here's my land for the turn. I can no longer discard stuff. Well, I can, but it goes to stop my library.
Well, basically, all you're doing is slowing down my draw.
Yeah.
I'm no longer losing the effective threat I needed against you.
Yeah. So basically, it's
Dumb.
it's a nice stall engine,
Dumb.
and it counteracts my colorless deck. To be honest with you.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. It just this card's now on top of your library.
And I think the other key thing to note is while it doesn't stop transgress, since transgress explicitly says exiles, not discard into exile.
It just pick the brain. The
Yes,
first
sir.
draft.
But anyways, the key thing is it stops even if, like in modern, if your opponent has Leyline of the Void out, or something like that, where they're going to rest in peace, where they're going to force your discarding cards
Good
into an exile. It says put it on top of your library instead of anywhere else.
Hey man, welcome to the stream.
Oh my God! Hi.
We're so popular.
Poor Tim.
Another top 8 and loss for you, dude. Tim,
At least you're top 8ing. I went 0-3.
Tim, we need to have a talk about this, man. I need you to like win, man. I need you to win.
So he has somebody to drive with him to the regional.
Yeah, because I thought Jeremy was gonna win, and he choked in the final 2, and I'm just like, all right, well, I need someone to go with.
That's not going to be me because
It's-
I can't win. I can't do well at all, evidently, at these things.
It's lonely at the top of the mountain.
Top of the mountain. You beat 8 other players.
Hey,
8.
I just want to say
I had to play in a 24.
I just want to say I'm 4 for 4.
And I've played against, I played against 3 blue-red decks, which blew my mind.
I just want to say I'm 4 for 4.
Okay. Good for you. You're 4 for 4 at beating 8 other dudes.
Yeah, I mean, if it works, it works. I just want to say.
Okay. Next time you go to a 9-man event, I'm going to show up and make it 10.
Oh, don't be an ass.
And then I'll win and be like, oh, I'm Mr. 10.
Was that a joke at my nickname being Mr. 9 now?
Yes.
Ah, I see what you did there.
Ha-ha!
Ah, that was terrible.
Yep.
Alright. So, that is the, kind of our list for
Our picks for Eldritch Moon that aren't the gimmies, despite the 2 gimmies he listed.
right. I definitely feel like the cards that we talked about are going to be very playable, very powerful,
Yeah.
And very underrated, except for a couple of the gimmies that I talked about, of course.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, again, there's very few bad cards in this set. There's no.
Yeah.
Looking at all the rares, I go, that's actually pretty good. That's good. There's no rare that I go, crap, I don't want this at all. Like the Folly of Moondrakes. Shit, I really don't want this. Great for sealed, nothing else.
yeah, I'm really, really excited. Every single mythic is not a letdown, and which is a lot to say for sets in the past. Wizards has been doing bad mythics for a while now. I don't know what enticed them to make bad mythics.
Yeah.
But it's just been really bad. This set, they're bringing good mythics back. They're making Magic great again. Sorry.
Jace Beleren, make Ravnica great again.
I have that bumper sticker. I'm very
know, that's
happy about it. Yeah. So, really happy to see that. Like Mike said, rares, a good 80% of them are powerful.
I can't think of one off the top of my head where I go, that's a rare? Why is that a rare?
Like, even Harmless Offering, it's a rare, but it's so amazing with the other rares in the set. Like, the tree, and then Triskaidekaphobia, and, Oath, or Demonic Pact.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Here, have this.
Here, you lose the game now.
What do you do to that?
Do you want to concede? Because you just lost. Yeah.
I'm going to play this on my second main. Are you going to do anything on your end step to stop this from happening?
All right.
No? Okay.
Okay, great. Have fun. Yeah, so, I definitely like some of the synergies that they're bringing with a lot of the rares in this set.
I think this is going to force Sticks to run Enchant 8 now.
Yeah.
Counter magic. Oh, no, you don't. Get it out.
Dromoka's Command is very much a thing, right? Dromoka's Command is
I will make myself second enchantment.
Is a threat, yeah. Dromoka's Command is definitely a threat, but we're going to be losing Dromoka's Command pretty soon. And, that's something we have to be aware of.
At the same time, we're going to lose the Mounted Pact.
Yeah, but we're also getting a lot of good stuff out of Shadows over Innistrad and Eldritch Moon. And those sets alone are going to be able to hold their own. Like the zombie list, zombie doesn't really lose much whenever rotation happens. They lose Risen Executioner, which is already a really bad pick.
Honestly, I see that card getting cut.
They lose Flashback Marauders. That kind of hurts the deck a little bit.
Mm.
And they lose Sidisi, which I only ran a Sidisi as a one-of.
I mean, 6 is really high for, I think, for trying to do a creature tribal deck that's not control.
Right.
Zombies isn't control. It's here. Let me play increasingly big beaters. Ish.
But I mean, other than that, Zombie doesn't lose anything from rotation.
Spirits doesn't lose anything.
And Spirits doesn't lose anything at all, really.
Nope.
So, we're going to see these new archetypes kind of coming in and saying, hey, we're here to play. You guys got to pay attention to us now, or you're just going to get wrecked. Now, also, we have to kind of see what's going to come in Kaladesh before we can fully just make our predictions.
Yep.
But I definitely think Zombies are going to take a kind of front field approach whenever we hit. Spirits is going to come forward a lot.
I think red-white equipment.
Red-white equipment definitely has a place.
You've got two
have
fantastic white cards in Oath.
Yeah, Oath of the Gatewatch, and they had a couple of good equipments in Oath of the Gatewatch.
Well, I mean, just for the outfitters alone, where quick creatures getting +1/+1, and then when a quick creature dies, draw a card.
Yeah,
big. And then the Stoneforge Acolyte. I mean, you just run some white allies and be like, let me go find the equipment I needed.
Yeah, no, exactly. I really, like I said, think this is going to be great.
And most people are like, wait, that's a card?
And Sigarda's aid in that deck is just going to be amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, really excited to kind of see how Standard is going to move forward now.
It's going to be big.
Yeah. So, we mentioned it a little bit earlier. Going to Gen Con. I'm going to Gen Con in about 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks, somewhere in that range. Really looking forward to it. Going to be judging side events probably. I don't know if I'm going to be tasked on main event. I don't really know. We'll find out soon. But
Depends on how much I do.
If you plan on going to Gen Con, I hope to see you guys there. If you see me around, I'll be wearing a judge shirt. Definitely hit me up.
I think the next thing for me is probably regionals if I can, or states, whichever it is.
Regionals.
Regionals, beginning of the month.
Yeah, we will definitely be going to regionals. And then we'll be going to GP Indianapolis.
That's the
Yeah,
thing.
that's the thing. I have my buys for GP Indianapolis now.
I don't, but then again, I haven't seen that many GPTs, especially PPTQs.
Well, yeah, GPTs haven't been really promoted for Indianapolis in our area, mainly because no one really plans on traveling to Indianapolis. Except for us, because we're crazy.
That we know West.
Yeah. Yay for knowing people who let us crash at their house.
Yay.
I already talked to him, by the way. We can crash there for sure. Yeah. Thanks, Wes.
I don't even know West is still there.
Probably not. He's off trolling someone else now.
Oh boy.
I mean, trolling dungeon. Thank you, man. It's going to be very interesting this year, especially Magic related. Wizards of the Coast has pulled out of Gen Con, so it's a lot smaller than it's been in the years past. But they're still wanting to keep the event going for people who had already signed up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they still want a presence there, but since Wizards of the Coast is kind of focusing on the East Coast now, they're going to PAX Prime, I think. Yeah,
Yes.
PAX Prime. And they're going to endorse PAX Prime now instead of Gen Con, which, business-wise, makes a lot of sense. But it kind of sucks that they pulled out super close to Gen Con and made them kind of do last-minute planning and like some switching around. But hopefully it's going to be a great event, and it'll be a lot of fun for the players.
Things.
Stuff,
People, places.
things,
Nouns.
magic. So, we mentioned a little bit earlier that we're going to be branching out into a couple of new games.
Yes.
We've been discussing this for a little while. You've heard us kind of joke about it on stream a couple of times. But Mike and I have been looking into Pokemon
Yes.
very actively, actually. I've kind of played off and on a little bit here over the past 6 months or so. And I've been streaming online again lately on my personal stream, and we'll definitely be linking our accounts up so you can always see me and Mike play whenever we're not doing our normal podcast for you guys. And you can always come and talk with us.
Yes.
But we'll be doing MTG Online, we'll be doing Pokemon Online,
Yes.
and we'll also be probably playing paper Pokemon as well down the road a little bit.
Maybe. I don't know.
With the hype of Pokemon comes Pokemon Go,
Yes.
right? This game is fantastic. I'm happy to see that it's getting people out of the house and moving. I fully endorse this game.
I find it hilarious when you drop 2 lures and then you're seeing nerds just congregate and all sit quietly
Right.
and just looking at their phones.
So we have a spot downtown that's got 2 Pokestops next to each other. There's outlets all around it, and it's like this giant stadium. And people will meet there downtown every single night, and they'll just plug up their phones, drop lures, and everyone's laughing, having a good time, chatting with each other. It's really nice to just see, all the hate that's been on the news recently and stuff like that, and all the bad feelings and emotions that have been going on. To see everyone outside walking around, having a good time, laughing with each other, even opposing teams, Team Valor, Team Mystic, all the we're going to beat you, we're going to be the best team. It's nice that everyone is in a joking mood about it. Like, no one's taking the game so seriously.
I don't know. Macintosh seems like the kind of dude that might throw down a dude.
I mean, Macintosh has threatened some people. I mean, he was like, "What team are you on?" And we're like, "Whoa, man, I'm gonna need you back up."
Don't go downtown when Macintosh is around.
But it's been a lot of fun just to see and meet new people, and people are talking to each other, and that's great. People are discussing and just having open dialogue with each other at these events, and it's just I'm a little bit speechless for it. I'm just really happy to see it.
I just found it weird. Like, I went to my hometown yesterday to visit my mother, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to the park in the middle of downtown and see what it's like down there. And I pull up, and I'm like, oh hey, there's 2 lures right there in the middle of downtown. Guess who I see there? Corey.
Yeah,
Corey, just randomly. Like,
he does.
he lives in High Point.
Yeah.
And evidently he was just in Ashboro for the day, hanging out. And so I ended up talking with him for a while, and we're just sitting there chilling out in the middle of town. There's like 30 other people, and it blows my mind because I'm from not uber small village, but it's a small town.
Right.
So I mean, you never would have seen this kind of thing ever,
Right.
unless it was like a church gathering kind of thing. So
I'm really
I think
happy.
it's pretty cool.
I think Nintendo has done a very good job. Now, of course, servers need work and stuff like that. There are complaints, but
But I mean, for a game of that magnitude,
Yeah.
that's to be expected.
they've done a very good job with just giving the people the base game that they wanted
For free.
for free. The game is free. It's getting people out of the house. It's getting families out of the house. I've seen more families participating in this than I ever thought I would. Like mothers, fathers, like
Everybody's playing to
and
Pokemon Go.
even like grandparents. I've seen grandparents out there with their phone just like swiping Pokeballs. And I'm just and that brings a lot of joy to me, alright? That just makes me laugh.
It makes you happy.
It makes me
Makes
happy.
you feel all warm.
Oh my gosh.
Gives you warm cuddlies.
But no, I'm really really excited to kind of see how this game progresses, and hopefully, you know, the phenomenon won't die
I'm
down.
just scared what'll happen is like, oh, by the way, we made this small African country, Johto. So if you want those Pokemon, you have to go to that nation.
Oh gosh.
No!
There,
So many flights.
hashtag first world problems.
You know? Turn Canada into the Johto region.
Oh god.
Oh, they don't have
They already
Pokemon
hate
Go.
us. They already
They
hate
don't
us.
have Pokemon Go yet. And then they released the Johto region in Canada. And then there's so many Americans just pouring in, capturing.
Why? Why America?
It's an invasion.
we already-
We're being
yeah.
invaded.
Oh
Oh,
man, that'd be great. That'd be great.
that would be hilarious.
There you go, Nintendo. If you're watching this,
Turn North Korea into Johto.
oh god, no, 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 no,
No?
no, 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 no. That'd
Oh,
be terrible. Well,
we wouldn't need a military in that case. Just go send Pokemon hunters over there. They'll settle any world conflict because they really want that legendary Pokemon.
guys, once again, I just want to apologize for us kind of being MIA for a few weeks. We missed kind of our scheduled time, and that's just because a lot has been going on over the past 2 weeks. And then the work, of course, conflicts with a lot of things.
Personal stuff and then just local area stuff.
Yeah. But we're really excited to kind of get back to you guys, start talking again, and bringing you guys the Magic content and Pokemon content.
Yeah.
And everything else.
And we do other stuff other than card games. I mean,
Yeah.
hopefully we'll get back into Overwatch at some point.
Yeah, we have been playing Overwatch on and off a little bit. It's kind of had to take a back seat due to everything kind of going on.
Mm-hmm.
But hopefully moving forward we'll be able to kind of deal with some more of that stuff.
And I do have an Xbox One, so maybe I can stream some off of that as well. Now that I'm playing it more.
Yeah, I've been seeing you playing it a lot more recently.
I know.
Yeah.
I finally bought some new stuff off that sale.
Well, great, man. So that's kind of what's going on with us, guys. We hope to hear from you guys a lot. Always stay in contact with us on Twitter, on Facebook, even on the website. I believe we have to link to the website in the
Finally, yes. It's actually down there below there somewhere. It's misstep.us.
Yeah.
We do have an email address. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head right now. Maybe info
Yeah.
at minimalmisstep.us, maybe.
Um,
I know you can contact me at mike at minimalmisstep.us.
But we are going to be working on putting deck lists up on our website, maybe even doing personal blogs there as well. So if you want to keep track of what we're doing,
Stupid brews, whatever we're doing.
very true. And then always follow us on Twitter. Whenever we're at events, we try to
Did
always
we ever
post
announce
stuff.
that we had to do Tim around here?
Do what?
I don't think we announced we had a Chris to the team on here.
Oh, so guys,
We're now a team of 5.
we now have 5 team members. We recently added about half a week ago to a week ago. No, a week ago. We had a member of ours, Chris. He's a very cool guy. He's a very, very nice.
Not a douche.
Not a douche. Very good modern player. And he's been doing really well in standard whenever we give him the standard access alone.
Which I find hilarious because he never plays standard. He's like, I really want to play today. Anybody got an extra deck? There you go.
Yeah, and he just
Oh,
does well
I just 4-0'd
yeah,
Swiss
fantastic.
and what was it, game day with
Yeah.
humans.
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
The same deck that you were doing shit with.
Yeah, the exact same deck that I could never
Yeah.
draw worth crap with. Here you go, Chris. I don't feel like playing this anymore. Here, play it. Oh yeah, I'm at 4-0. Best part is he had to keep calling Judge for the cards
Because we gave him Japanese cards.
yeah, Judge. I don't know what this card is. What does this card do?
Judge, I don't know what this does.
Judge, I need Oracle text for this card.
So hopefully he's going to be able to join us on a couple of tournaments. His work schedule is kind of off and on. He has 1 week where he's a little bit more free, and then he gets a week where he's really busy, then a week where he's free, and off and on.
But I mean, that's all we really need. So hopefully we'll show up as a group to
Yeah.
events, kind of like we did at Atlanta. Holy
Atlanta,
crap. That feels like ages ago now.
Atlanta does feel like ages ago, and it was only, what, like a month? Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Terrifying.
It feels like so much has happened since then.
Yeah.
So he might be joining us for Indianapolis. We'll find out. If that's the case, there's going to be 4 of us going to Indy, guys. So definitely try to make it out to Indy if you can. We hope to see as many people out there as we can and kind of represent.
Make some new friends in Indy.
Yeah. Always making friends.
So Wes, spread the word over to your friends.
We gotta be friends, Wes. We gotta hug it out, man. Spread the word, guys.
Yeah.
Tell your friends about us. Definitely, again, follow us on Twitter, Facebook,
Thanks.
stuff. All right, guys. Thank you again for everyone tuning in. We'll probably keep the stream up just a couple more minutes to answer questions if anyone has them. But we're gonna go ahead and stop the recording. We'll see you guys again in a couple of weeks. Thanks for tuning in.